Hello everybody, my name is Miguel. Welcome back to some more Lucid9. Alright, this is a whole complete different recording sesh. As you guys can tell, I don't know, got my Minecraft shirt back on. Enough about that. So this is a whole complete different... Wow, the last time I played this was May. And May 19th. And we're in the month, and we're in the month of June. Because this video, of course, has been uploaded in June. Anyway, this shit aside, I remembered we were here. This is where we were. I was in the middle of a test that I forgot her name, but I will remember it somehow later on. But I do remember I looked this up, and I was supposed to put in this, I think. My mic is in the way, so I can't see the keyboard. Okay, so that's what the answer is supposed to be, I think, was this, because it says, congratulations, Ishiyama, that's my name. You're now in middle school, there's a find. A rich man tells his two sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brothers ask the wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise men say to them? The answer will show you where the file is located. And for some reason this was the answer when I looked it up, was switch horses. Right, if they switched horses, then they would have to race in order to win. That one I didn't really get. I could be an idiot and I didn't understand the riddle, or I don't know, but that's just the answers. I won't put my mouse right away. So the answer is to change horses. There must be another horse around here. I glance around for another equine statuette, flinching away from the multitudes of cobwebs spun around the corners. If there's anything that I hate bugs. Like every bugs, flies, ants, whatever. They just creep me the hell out. The ones that creep me up the most are spiders. Just gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about that. Okay, thankfully I spot one just a few feet away. Sure enough, there's a simple cream envelope slipped beneath its base. Could it actually be the file? Congratulations, Ishiyama. You may be slightly more capable than your worthless peers. There is no file. This was simply a test. I knew that. And you passed. You may congratulate yourself. Thank you. 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 You may, yeah. Although, frankly, it was such an easy test that there really is nothing worth congratulating. It was pretty difficult for me. You know, because you're smart ass and you're the one that made the whole shindig. Take a picture of this note and send it to me as proof of your passable competence. Is she serious? Everything was fabricated? I almost can't believe it. But at the third note, I guess a small part of me was expecting this turn of events. Still, did she plant all those notes on her own? Was that why the investigation was supposed to take place at night, so that she could have time to prepare everything? It's almost inconceivable, but it seems like the most likely option. And in all honesty, it's hardly beyond what I could imagine Shiguri to do. That's her name, Shiguri. She had a different name, though. Shiguri was her detective's name, but in school, because I'm assuming it's Elizabeth, the purple-haired girl. Elizabeth is the purple-haired girl who always stares at me, and she has a friend with the exact same glasses and the exact same face and the hairstyle, but I forgot her name when she's at school. But this is her name, Shiguri, as, like, because most, like, her undercover name, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I read that part. Sighing, I pocket the note and carefully pick my way down the stairs and into the street, steering clear of any corners or dark edges the best I can. Once I'm under some light, I can breathe a little easier. I take a quick snapshot of the note and send it to Shiguri without comment. She doesn't respond immediately, which probably means that she received it. With that, I stick to the shadows as I return to my apartment. It's time to get some rest. The evening welcomes me with frosted arms as I stride into my beloved glade, my lovely burden slung over my shoulders. That's a familiar scene, a familiar picture right here. This is where I started off the novel, and he was like imagining that he was like, he just did something or something. And the music is also being weird. Anywho, yeah, I read that. The sky is clear tonight. Bitter, vacant, a spiraling abyss in the sea of strangled light. I take a moment to admire as the familiar vegetation is crushed beneath my soles. Nothing constrains me. No incompetent bureaucracies, no iron gates, no suffocating schedules. Not at this hour. Not at my hour. I dump my burden upon the ground, watching as she lolls away, still in the haze of beauty sleep. Innocent, peaceful, dreadful. I ready my knife, taking my earnest vigil at his side. When the princess awakes, her guardian will be eagerly waiting. Ugh. Oh, well, that was terribly quick. I stoop next to my burden as she jerks upright, eyes rolling in panic. Good morning, sweetie. Where am? Her voice trails into indistinguishable croaks as her wide, pale eyes fix on me. I spare a chuckle. What? Expecting someone else? How did I get here? How else? I settled for a moment, allowing her to take in her surroundings, allowing her to see how dire her situation is. What fun is it without a tinge of panic? Please, don't hurt me, please. What makes you think I would hurt you? So you'll let me leave? I casually lift my serrated weapon, allowing it to catch the moonlight at just the right angle. Now, why would I do that? I advance towards her, slowly. She ekes away, pulling her weight by her hands, but she is too tremulous to even attempt to run. A little dull, but vermin are vermin. Please, I have a mom, a dad, a boyfriend. Oh, this bitch has to die now. She has got a boyfriend. I want to study. I want to grow up. Usually it's cute when they beg, but this girl is bothering me. Well, of course it's bothering me. Bothers me that she already has a boyfriend. And I tried my hardest to try to get this girl to like me. Anywho, well, I want to have a little carving practice, so what shall we do? Carving practice? Imbecile. My fingers twitched with impatience. Yes, carving practice, and I'd best get started. Oh, I savor my moments with her. Leisurely, meticulously, she tried to waste my time. I ought to return the favor. I finish all too quickly. Screams die in my ears as fading echoes of stilted crimson plummet from the edge of my blade. The beautiful mess scattered across the ground is a sight for sore eyes. I take a moment to savor it. My canvas, my masterpiece. The heart of my soul and soul of my heart. If only it could have lasted a little while longer. Finished? A shadow slips from behind the trees, plodding ceremoniously on top of my finished work. Watch your steps. You're desecrating my chef d'oeuvre. God damn it. I gotta use the scroll wheel. Okay. The figure only stands in silence, waiting for my reply. I attempt a different line of questioning. Where are the others? Elsewhere. So, I gathered. Are they coming? No. So, who shall pick up my toys? I gesture to the artwork beneath my figure's feet. It doesn't budge. Me. You. You. Yes. By yourself. Yes. Call for the others. No. Why not? Leave if you are finished. It is certainly a one-sided balance of power. I can do nothing but acquiesce. I can't fucking read that. I'm finished. I step away, but as the figure approaches my canvas, I swoop in, sliding my knife against its neck. Don't be so proud of yourself. The moment you are of no use to me, I shall have my way with you. It only stares unblinkingly at me, unfazed. Not finished? Equal parts disgusted and perturbed. I withdraw my weapon. I'm finished. It's finished with you too. I turn to the brighter horizon, striding away without a backward glance. The hell was all that about? When it comes to those parts, I don't know if he's just imagining it, or I don't know. When I arrive at school, still bleary-eyed from my nighttime excursions, I'm greeted with an unusual sight. A group of students, primarily female, are huddled around the post. As I edge closer, I manage to listen in. Your fault. She was wrong about you, and now she's gone. What did you do with her, you freak? Where is she? Tell me where she is, please. Answer him. How could you do this to us? Suddenly, Rui blazes by me right into the center of the group, which bounces backward in shock. I'm barely able to catch a glimpse of her face through the mass of heads. What are you guys doing? Out of the way, Rui. This has nothing to do with you. No, I'm tired of this. You've been picking on her since school started. You don't even have a good reason. Good reason? Talk to Shoji. He's our good reason. The group shuffles apart, granting me some space. Hey! That's that same girl that we met in that one while Shiguri was making us do that, giving us that test. We spotted her in that area. I finally managed to see the cause of the problem. A slight figure crouched against the gate with an empty look in. Wait, isn't this the same girl that I met yesterday? Well, Shoji, she's been missing for 2 days and no one can find her. Didn't go home. Doesn't answer calls or texts. It's like she just disappeared. Disappeared? Just like the rumors said. You guys do remember who started the rumors, right? Look, Rui, this would make the third disappearance. Haven't you been watching the news? Yeah, this is the third time that an academy student's vanished off the face of the planet. And coincidentally, right after talking with Ari. Technically, Midori disappeared before school started. Yeah, just like 2 days before. Why are you so stubborn? Ari's guilty. Why are you so stubborn? Maybe she's not. Huh. You clearly don't understand how people work. No wonder you don't have any friends. Jeez, savage. No chill whatsoever these guys have. Rui's face closes in hurt, and a raw, fiery pain of rage courses through my body. I storm to her side, unceremoniously shoving away anyone in my path. Yama? Oh, you. Who's this? Your boyfriend? No, who told you? Anywho, my anger briefly sojourns into panic, but I shove it away. You're all disgusting. Picking on someone just because she's not like you. Hey, you don't even know the context. Butt out. And I know. Let me guess. You know everything. You know for certain that Ari, has anything to do with these disappearances. Twice is a coincidence. Thrice is a pattern. A pattern for narrow-sighted people who don't take in any other factors. Are you stupid? There aren't any other patterns. The police said so themselves. Oh, and they told you this directly? It was on the news, moron. And it's not like the news has ever twisted the facts or told us anything but the honest truth. You wouldn't be acting so high and mighty if you knew how important a cane is. You wouldn't be acting so prejudiced if you had a brain. Words are spilling out of my mouth before I even consciously think of them. My whole body thrums with cold, frozen hatred. Weird, freak, don't want to play with you. I'm not letting anyone else go through that. Not Rui, not Ari. You think we're being rude to Ari? You're being rude to Shoji. Yeah, she was the love of Shoji's life. Because everyone knows that every high school relationship lasts forever. He'll probably get over her in a week or two. A deadly silence descends on the group. Rui pinches my sleeve, her expression unusually troubled. That went a bit too far, Yama. Jesus, Yama, your choice of words. And I'm the one who have to read them. Anywho, I only clench my jaw and lock eyes with the boy called Shoji. His face blinks from panic to nothingness in less than a second. A chilled silence falls over the entrance. You. He staggers forward, raising a tremulous hand. You bastard. His fingers pull into a fist, and before I can blink, his hand is soaring straight at me. A shadow blurs in front of me, swiping at Shoji's arm. Shoji tumbles to the ground as if thrown by an unknown force. The moment is held on pause, broken only by the frantic whisperings of the gathering crowd around us. Shoji jerkily pushes himself to his feet, his footing loose from fury. Eri idly steps in front of me, arms hanging limply by her sides. Her expression is passive, but something about it gives Shoji pause. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, Mr. Ryuta. Mr. Ryuta pushes the throng of students apart, books hiked under one arm. Other students start to babble at once. Mr. Ryuta, Kane's been absent for 2 days. Can't contact her. This guy provoked Shoji to a fight. Mr. Ryuta waves his face for silence, an unusual stern expression on his face. Shoji, are you hurt? No, sir. Good. Rui? Yes, Mr. Ryuta? Meet me during lunch. You too, Noriko. Yes, Mr. Ryuta. Both of you will give me your account on what just happened. I'll make a judgment after I've heard both stories, understood? Sullen silence meets his inquiry. He only sighs. Accusations are for children. You guys know that, right? If you're going to claim something, use evidence. If you're going to fight, make sure you have the right reason. Dismissed. He waves his hands to scatter us off to class.
Shoo now, shoo. Quickly now.
How am I doing so far? We head to the classroom in silence, splitting ways at the staircase. I notice that Rui keeps close to Eri, stubbornly meeting the gaze of any gawkers en route. Well, looks like I'm gonna get in trouble. Surprise, surprise. I probably shouldn't have interfered with that situation. I probably should have stayed out of it. Usually, I do. I know that high school is basically just a cesspool of idiocy, and it's best to keep out of it. Amen to that, brother. During my high school years, I just tried to, I graduated 2010, and I honestly didn't like school. So the fact that I'm not going to school right now, I'll be honest with you guys right now, I'm not going to school right now. I have a job, I work, and I don't know, that's just how I felt. I honestly didn't like school, but I kept going. I showed up. I did what I had to do. I passed barely in my senior year, but I still tried to do what I had to do in the best way possible, and I managed to get there. But enough about my sad high school moments. But I mean, that's just how I feel. Like, it's just nothing but, like, you got your fair share of those that know what they're talking about, and you got their fair share of those students that don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I'm pretty sure there's a fair share of people that know what I'm talking about and agree with me. And to those that disagree, those are pretty much the ones that proven themselves to be the part that are idiots, basically. I'm just being real. I didn't mean to spend a minute or so just fucking talking about my bullshit. Anyway. No, not even high school life in general. But seeing that girl there, hedged in by such a large group of students, being accused with nothing to defend herself. And seeing Rui lead to her defense, just like she did for me 10 years ago. Well, I guess it brought out something that surprised even myself. If anyone has a right to suspect that girl, it should be me. First, I meet her walking alone in District 6, acting like some creepy mechanical doll, and then I learn that her reputation at school is sketchy at best. That's suspicious even by my standards, and I'm friends with Yahiko. Ah, I get it. I see what he did there. But it's possible that everything is a misunderstanding. It's possible that she really just wants friends, that she's a normal person inside, that she just had a difficult time conveying her thoughts. I understand that feeling. I understand it more than anyone else. Well then, I'm going to continue this in the next video. So, empty slot there, June 15, 2020. Oh, wow. Actually, that's been like by 4 days. Anyway, well, I mean, You guys see right there the save files of when it's been dated. So I'm pretty sure, most likely this video goes up later. But anywho, all that random shit aside, we'll pick this up in the next video to see who that is, and we'll continue with the story. Shit's getting more dramatic and more interesting. It went from happy to jokes and whatnot, and things are starting to get to the nitty gritty, if that's even the right way to say it. Nitty gritty. Things are just getting much more like I guess dark. I don't know. The description of the story said strange occurrences of people disappearing happens in this visual novel, but we'll see. I don't want to blare around for too long, so we'll pick this up in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. It'll help me out a lot. I will greatly appreciate it. Share this video with friends. Until next time, see you guys in the next video. Bye. Well,
don't listen to me.
This guy is obviously trying to wipe out my lives.
Me! I would never. I never. By the way, you don't have a life.
Our next question.